Yes, we're recording. Hello and welcome everyone to this live broadcast called Tending Your Soul Garden. And this is the next step after the Where's the Effin' Leadership Global Online Summit that many of you here have attended. So my name is Emer Stassen and I am a leadership trainer, soul-based coach, and also the host and producer of Where's the Effin' Leadership Global Online Summit. And today, what we're going to be exploring as people are joining us just now, what you can do is enter your name and where you're calling from if in the chat, should you so wish. And also what I am going to do is talk through what we're covering today. So we're going to be exploring this time of year, Imbolc, and particularly Brigid as a guide for us to really sink into and enter into the energies of this time of year that's known as the turning point from winter into springtime. And we'll also look at, explore and really experience a meditation, a grounding meditation, but it's also to help connect you with your soul garden and the soul seeds of your truth that are really willing to be ignited by your attention, particularly at this time of year. I'll then speak through how you can work with me, my soul-based coaching offering that I'm opening up for you today. And then you'll have the chance for a Q&A, live Q&A, or you can have the opportunity to pop over live and be visible on screen here and speak and ask some questions. So it's lovely to see some people coming in. We've got Suzanne here. I wonder where you're calling from, Suzanne. Lovely to see you. We've got Ellie from Scotland. Yes, we're enjoying the lovely Scottish weather at this time of year. It's been all seasons in one day, which has been extremely interesting. So welcome everyone as you're all joining us just now. So what I'm going to do is share my screen just to show who we are going to be talking about here right now. So this is Brigid, who we're going to be exploring just now, and Brigid is known sometimes as the triple goddess, and we'll explore why that is. And there you can see her with her fiery red hair and all the different symbols with which she's represented by the hearth there, and the flames and the flowers. And this is from historicmysteries.com. And this time of year, as many of you know, and probably why you're here as well, it really is the turning point in the wheel of the year. And Imbolc actually means in the belly of, particularly focusing on fire and the return of the sun with the beginning of the new season. So although January can, in our current lives, can be like the time to set new intentions, really what I've noticed this year in particular is January can be the time for really to stay quiet and germinate and let the seeds be nourished by the dark soils of the winter in the northern hemisphere anyway. And it's only now in February, as we begin to enter into the longer days, that the warmth of the sun, Imbolc is known as the warmth of the sun, that we're beginning to wake up. And that's where the idea for this came from, this webinar, as a next step from the summit, to look at how can we tend to the soul seeds of the truth within us. So the warmth of the sun also is a great symbol of Imbolc, and that fertilizes the soil, causing the seeds to germinate and sprout. So my first question for you is, what fire is igniting in your belly just now? That's something for you to consider. You don't have to answer, or you can enter in the chat if you wish. And so Brigid is the goddess that's really revered and honored, and particularly in ancient times around this time of Imbolc. And Brigid was the goddess of the Tuatha Dé Danann, if any of you know this. It's something I actually studied in school too, but particularly with the focus of the Celtic tradition, the Tuatha Dé Danann, they were the people of the goddess Danu. And Danu in mythology was the earth mother goddess associated with the feminine principle. I thought that was so beautiful to read as well. And the Tuatha Dé Danann, they were the Celts in Celtic mythology, were very skilled in magic as well. And Brigid was the son of Dagda, who was the king and druid and was associated with fertility, agriculture, manliness and strength, as well as magic and wisdom too. And one quote I came across online in encyclopedia.com was Dagda used his magic harp to order the seasons to change. So I thought that was interesting, ordering the seasons to change. But we'll explore Brigid's energies of how we can work with the seasons rather than ordering them to change. And then Brigid is the goddess of healers, poets, the smiths, as in blacksmiths, childbirth, inspiration, as well as the goddess of fire and hearth. And particularly at this time of year, when it is rather cold in this part of the hemisphere, the idea of fire, whether it's lighting a candle or lighting a fire, it really brings so much warmth, new life and hope. So one myth when I was researching for this, it speaks of how Brigid, she had a son called Ruadhan, and he was killed in combat. And Brigid went to the battlefield where he was killed to mourn her son. And this is said to be the first time the cuina, or the lament, cuina in Irish, in the Irish language, or lament, was heard in Ireland. And I know my mother tells me of how, when she was growing up, it was very common for people to hire what were called the wailing women. And these wailing women were gathered to the graveside to mourn and wail and sing for the death of a loved one in order to grieve them and send them on their way. So I thought that was really beautiful to read. And so there were three aspects of Brigid in particular as the triple goddess. So the first one was Brigid and the sacred flame. She was also called the Flame of Ireland from this perspective. And I know in other countries and lands, people revere Brigid too. And she also became later on, through Christianity, Saint Brigid. But she was also called the Fiery Arrow, which I particularly love that expression. And when she was born, it was said a tower of flame reached from the top of her head to the heavens. And she was born at sunrise, so the family house had the appearance of being on fire. So hence the combination of the sun and the fire. And as you saw in that picture, she's often depicted with the fiery red hair as well. And 19 priestess firekeepers, they tended to Brigid's eternal flame in Kildare, where she was born, for many centuries. And I loved reading that. And also I read that in 1996, the flame was relit and it's still lit in Kildare in Ireland. And my sister actually lives in Kildare and was born in early February, and her middle name is Brigid. So somehow I think that's no coincidence that she's settled in Brigid's county. So that's Brigid and the sacred flame. And the second aspect to Brigid is around the sacred wells. So in ancient times, Brigid was honoured by adorning the well with flowers and greenery. Sometimes a candle was placed in the centre. And the well is also known as the womb of Mother Earth. It's like that portal into Mother Earth and her nourishment. And often, even to this day, you'll see coins or objects that are placed or thrown into a well. And many of Brigid's holy wells still exist. Some are sacred to her for thousands of years. And her waters were said to heal all manner of disease. And I do remember, particularly one of my aunts growing up, used to take us to a holy well in Cork, in West Cork. And people would walk around the well and pray and with their beads and sometimes chant and sing as well. So the tradition has very much woven into modern day life too. So that's Brigid, the fire keeper of the flame and the sacred well. And the third aspect to Brigid is the sacred earth. So Brigid has a strong connection to earth, and she's revered as bringing fertility to the earth. The warmth of the sun, of course, and the fire to grow the seeds so that new life and crops can burst forth. And in ancient times, that, of course, was to nourish the people. And I remember growing up, we used to make Brigid crosses. Maybe some people here did too. We used to make the crosses out of the reeds, like the green reeds that were round and about. And we brought them indoors then to hang in our house to protect our household. So some of the aspects of Brigid. And for people here or people watching the recording, it would be lovely to hear, what does this time of year mean to you, particularly around Imbolc and Goddess Brigid too? So there was one aspect, I've got this lovely, this is my new Wee Moon diary, and this is gorgeous. It represents the different seasons. So Imbolc is one of the 8 turning points of the year in the Celtic wheel of the year. And I'll just read a couple of lines from this, which I also put in the emails too. That Imbolc is a celebration of the hearth fire, time to plant the future we want to see. And spirit wants your attention. A restlessness is growing to break the constraints of winter, and with it comes the fire of inspiration. The light is waxing, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, and what was born in darkness begins to manifest. So I loved that theme and the link with tending to our soul garden. So what we're going to move on to just now is to dive right in to a grounding meditation, and also it'll be a chance to connect with your soul seeds and also what brought you here today. So I'm going to share my screen again just for inspiration of the soil. There we are, pop myself up there. And for this, really, there's no obligation, but what you can do is sit back, relax, or lie down, whatever way you're going to be comfortable. And the same for those watching the recording too. And you can close your eyes, lower your gaze, or if you prefer, you can journal throughout this. But if not, just close your eyes, lower your gaze, and you'll have a chance to journal afterwards. So, getting comfortable if you're sitting, and just bringing your attention to your breath. And it's an opportunity to imagine that whatever has been going on for you up until this point, that you can just place all of that to one side as we're focusing here right now on tending to your soul garden. So as you focus on your breath, just notice the rhythm of your in-breath and your out-breath without needing to do or change anything. Just allow your breath to flow as we settle in to this global gathering, connected through the interwebs as we begin to go within. And now if you just notice where your seat or the floor is in contact with your body, bringing you into full presence right now. And as you notice where you're connecting with the chair or the floor, just allow your breath to fall back into its own natural rhythm. And it's an invitation to naturally connect with the rhythm of this time of year. And now imagine with your feet firmly on the floor if you're sitting, or bringing your attention to your feet if you're lying down, to imagine roots extending out of the soles of your feet and going down into the earth. And they may even extend from your ankles and the soles of your feet, going down, down, down into the deliciously nourishing, fertile, soily earth. And as this is happening for you, just notice how many roots are there for you, and what kind of roots are these roots as they extend down, down in to the belly of the earth. And eventually your roots, your unique roots, will reach the center of the earth. The center can be whatever kind of center that is right for you. Whatever comes to mind first is the energy that your body and soul need right now. And as your roots reach the center, you can wrap your roots, if you want, around your center of your earth that is unique to you and your energies. And give yourself time to wrap those roots around the center. And you can give them a little extra hug as well if you so wish. Just to really connect ourselves with Earth and the energies at this time of year. And as you're connected now through your roots to the earth, just allow whatever wants to be released from you, through your roots into the earth. Allow that to flow and release just now. And you don't have to know what that is. You can just allow and give the invitation to you, your body, your soul, to release what's no longer serving you. And that can flow through your roots into the earth to be transmuted and absorbed by the earth. And maybe you'll bring attention to your breath as well as your roots continue to be wrapped around the core of the earth. And just notice if there's anything else, any tension, any tightness that want the attention of your breath. And if there is, you can breathe in, and as you exhale, just give a little tickle with your breath to that part of you that is asking for your attention to be released. There's not forcing anything or doing anything. It's really allowing, working with your breath. And just allow whatever needs to flow down to earth. And you can release your roots if you so wish, or you can keep them connected to the center of the earth. And at the same time, imagine there's threads, invisible threads, or whatever kind of threads you want them to be, reaching up from your head and flowing up through the building if you're inside, up into the sky, out beyond the earth and into the cosmos. So you're continuing to be connected to your roots and also connecting to the limitless potential that is our universe. And these threads, just notice what kind of threads are your threads as they flow from your head up into the cosmos. Do they have a size or shape? As these threads flow up, reaching out to the cosmos and the limitless possibilities that are available to you as you tend to your own soul garden. Is there anything else about your threads as they reach up and out into the cosmos? And now allow whatever wants to flow through these threads down into you in your physical form. Anything that's going to help you with this exploration of tending to your soul garden and your soul seeds. Remembering to continue to breathe and to allow your roots to remain connected to the earth. And now you can draw up the threads, wrap them up so they're tucked back up inside of you, and you can draw up your roots as well so that they are back inside of you. And we're now going to explore what it means for you to tend to your soul garden. So when you tend to your soul garden, what kind of garden is that garden when you tend to your own soul garden? And when it's a garden like that, is there anything else about that garden when you are tending to your soul garden And where is that garden as you tend to your soul garden? Is it on the inside of you, or is it on the outside of you as you tend to your soul garden? And the soul garden, when it's a soul garden like that, what kind of soul is that? Is there anything else about soul as you tend to that soul garden? And where are you as you tend to your soul garden now? And then there are your soul seeds within your soul garden. And what kind of seeds are your seeds as you tend to your soul garden? Do your seeds have a size or a shape? And where are your seeds? Are they on the inside of you or the outside of you as you tend to your soul garden? And is there anything else about your seeds as we explore your soul garden? And just allow yourself to surrender and rest to whatever is emerging for you as we work with the energies of these times. And just go with whatever it is that you're noticing just now, whatever is happening for you or not. We're holding space for everything here. And now, with your soul garden and your soul seeds, what kind of tending is your tending? Where you would like to tend to your soul garden and your soul seeds. And when you tend to your soul garden, what's between you and tending to your soul garden right now? And is there anything else that's between you and tending to your soul garden now? And what would you like to have happen now as we begin to wrap up this meditation and this exercise? What would you like to have happen in order to tend to your soul seeds within your soul garden. And is there anything else that you would like to have happen now? And as we wrap up this exercise, just take all the time you need just now to absorb and let whatever has happened in this exploration to settle in. And you may want to take some time, either now or after this, to just jot down, draw, doodle, whatever symbols or words or ideas that emerged for you or bubbled up during this exercise. And you might want to wriggle your toes and your fingers, and as you open your eyes, just stretch yourself out. I will too. And I'm happy to hear in the chat as well anything that emerged. And I see a comment here from Ellie. You're very struck by my description of Brigid. Imbolc is around your birthday. Happy birthday, Ellie. And I was speaking to a friend yesterday saying that I was feeling I was born full of fire. I love that. I love that. And yeah, fire is such an amazing elemental, isn't it? I'm Sagittarius, and I think if this is Suzanne that I've spoken to, so is Suzanne too, and which is a very fiery sign as well. And really, when we work with our energies in a really resourceful, positive way, it can be incredibly renewing, and it is all about creating new life and bursting forth new life. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. That's why it's such an incredible time of year. So thank you for taking part in that. And if anyone has any questions at this stage or insights, then feel free to jot them down. Hi Dottie, welcome. Oh, that's so beautiful. Dottie saw a beautiful mix of sunflower and moonflower in your soul garden. How gorgeous. When we looked at the seeds, they were vibrant with the colors of the rainbow and danced in the heart. That is so beautiful. Yeah. And with all of these, this way of coaching in this soul-based coaching way, what we're inviting is to work with, it really is we're working with metaphors, which really is the blueprint. It's the genetic makeup, your DNA. And we're working at a very subconscious level to bring that forth to a conscious way, because really our soul and our spirit knows what we need. And all we have to do is sink in and listen. So when Dottie speaks about beautiful sunflower and moonflower and the vibrant colors and how they're dancing in your heart, we really treat that with respect and reverence that it really deserves. And what I would say to you, Dottie, is to write that out or draw it out, and as homework, if you wish, just notice, look for symbols or sunflowers or pictures that represent some of the symbols that emerged for you, because this really helps anchor that. It comes from you, from your body, but it really helps bring it even more to life. Thank you for such a beautiful experience. That's beautiful. And this is the way I work with soul-based coaching as well, that it's like, really is like a journey of discovery into the soul truth of who you are, with many surprises along the way. Oh, it is you, Suzanne. Hi. We share the same birthday. Imbolc is not long after our birthdays. Oh, that's beautiful. You fell asleep. I love that. You had a little afternoon snooze during that, so you can catch it and do it in the recording. I love that. That is just what was needed at the time. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so is there anything else that anyone would like to share? Or any questions? If anyone has any questions, just now. Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne. Okay. Well, what I'll share just now then are ways that we can work together. And then we'll get on to, if anyone really wants to come forward and come on screen for some coaching or questions, you can do that too. Oh, Ellie, thank you. I just see your comment there. You saw lots of multicolored seeds and elements in your soul garden. The guidance was, you are not here to conform with the external world. Wow, how beautiful is that? Yes. And what I would say, Ellie, is to spend time with that and meditating again, even doing this exercise again, because each time we do this, we're uncovering more layers in the depth of the wisdom that you hold within your soul garden and within your soul seeds. So yes, have a play with that. Oh, Bo, thank you for this beautiful guided meditation. You're so welcome. Thank you. Okay. And if anyone else, and if people joined later on as well, I actually see now there's 16 people here. So hello, everyone. I didn't realize there were so many people. So if anyone else wants to share where you're here from, that would be beautiful too. Okay, so I will go and share my screen again. And here are some ideas if you enjoyed that meditation. Let's move on. Here we are. Here are other ways that we can work together and work in this way. I wanted to demonstrate how we work, which really is a beautiful way that works in harmony with your energy and the energies of the seasons as well. So I'm opening up 3 spaces, and it's really with Brigid is the triple goddess as well. 3 seems to be the magic number of the times. And I also have this necklace that I always wear, and it has like, I sometimes think it's like 3 shamrocks, but yeah, 3 is the magic number. So what I'm offering is one-to-one soul-based coaching over the next 2 months, within the container of the next 2 months, for real transformation to happen. Whatever wants to happen will happen within that container. So it's working with Imbolc and Brigid energies, the renewal, rebirth, tending to your soul seeds, and continuing on from that, what you experienced in that meditation as well. So if that's a yes, or I don't know, or maybe, I offer a complimentary 30-minute discovery call. So we talk to each other on Zoom here, and you get to be the whole focus of the attention to explore whatever you want to have happen. So I invite you to join me for a 2-month program, longer if you wish, but 2 months seems to be a nice container. So after the discovery call, we start with a 2-hour soul-based coaching session, and then 3 subsequent 1-hour soul-based coaching sessions over the course of 2 months. And whatever emerges, whatever symbols or metaphors or whatever emerges for you in that time, then we give you unique homework to you. And the homework is in inverted commas because it's more like home play. You know, it could be drawing, dancing, singing, really getting in touch with the creative aspects of who you are. Sometimes I suggest looking up the etymology of words. What is the root of, if there were particular words or symbols that came up for you? And that's something you can do now following that meditation as well, because that can give clues to what is it our soul, how our soul is speaking to us. Also unlimited email support between the sessions as well. And you get my complete focus for this transformation, for whatever you want to happen, that happens as well. So I'm going to move myself over there to the corner. Okay. And some testimonials, just so you know, don't just take my word for it, as they say. Here are what other clients have said. So I've been working with this modality over the last 3 to 4 years to complement other kinds of coaching that I do as well. And it's like coming home. You know, clients describe it as coming home to themselves and who they are. So here is one client who felt really at ease, loved my humor. It's not necessary humor, but it can help ease in to the coaching. And Caroline was at a real crossroads in her career and actually knew when she came to me that she wanted to leave the job that she had been in for the last, I think it was 10, 15 years. So she already knew that, and our coaching was around exploring options of what else she could do. And what emerged were some paths. There are actually 7 different paths, and you can hear her full story on my website as well. She did a recorded testimonial. And on those 7 paths during the coaching, she could actually explore each path to decide which ones she was going to take. And in the end, some of her paths combined with her love of travel and also working abroad. She still keeps in touch, and she is still on her path in her new career. So I love this way of working and what emerges as well. Here's another coaching client. Donna came to me, again, was at a crossroads. She was actually on maternity leave at the time from her career, her corporate career. And for her, this was a real catalyst. One of her big symbols was surfing a wave, which is why I put the wave here, that she was surfing the wave, and it was around how she was leading and could help other people come onto that wave and join her in her leadership and how she was leading to feel the full power of that, of the force of the wave. So really helped build her self-belief and confidence throughout the coaching process. And to really uncover what it wants. It's like giving her spark back to what she really wanted in her life and career, and to build the confidence. So her recommendation is to cut through the noise of everyday life and find clarity in the things that make you tick. I love how she's worded that. And to get unstuck and focus on things that most value. So that's Donna. And here is your investment if you should choose. I will move myself down here. So these 3 spaces, your investment is £899, and you can pay that in full, or you can do 2 installments over the 2 months of £499 each. There is no VAT because I don't have to be VAT registered as yet. So if it's a yes, yippee, yes, totally, then let me know either now or afterwards, or you can stay on at the end if you wish. And otherwise, complete the discovery form. So this is the link for the discovery form, and I will stop the share and I will pop it in the chat as well to everyone, all panelists and attendees. So this is the, no, that's not it there, the discovery form. I will just grab the link for that. I see loads of comments there, so I'm down to read them all. Which is so lovely, how attentive you all are. There is the discovery form, and really it is to help get clear on what you want from the coaching as well. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Sonia, for giving us the beautiful space to explore. My insight is to allow the seed to grow in its own time. I love that. Yes, yes, please. And so it is. Oh, Hella, I stood before the goddess named Rihanna. Oh, that's beautiful. Will you say anything about her? It was a kind of cleaning energy she had. That's so beautiful, Hella. And what I would say is to look up Rihanna and explore, because this is around what she means for you as well. Look her up, find a picture of her, and just explore the attributes and elements that are meaningful for you. That's really gorgeous. Oh, and Bo, I saw myself as a willow tree with the lotus and the sunflower. That's really gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing. That's so beautiful. So what we have time for now in our final 15 minutes is any questions, any other questions, if anyone may have. So either questions on what we've explored, questions on this time of year, anything at all. And I will share this final screen that I have for you. I'll just move myself out of the way. There I am. So tending your soul garden. This quote is from the Wee Moon calendar as well. That Imbolc is the celebration of the hearth fire. So those of us that are really connecting with the fire within ourselves, we can really use this to spur ourselves forward. And, you know, I imagine it as a turbo boost for this time of year. You know, the time of playing small and hiding is over, and we can begin to emerge. And as you say, allow your seeds to grow in their beautiful, unique, divine times. So it is the time to plant the future that we want to see without any pressure, of course, in an easeful, feminine way, if that's what you wish, balanced with our divine masculine. And 2020 is the year, you may already have heard this, to tear off your gloves, sink your hands into the dark, earthy richness of the fertile soil, to nurture and grow your unique soul seeds. And if you wish to do that with a trusted guide, then I can guide you. So that is all that wanted to be covered today. Hello, Jewel. Lovely to see you. Oh, you were clearing up the Calder Valley floods. Oh my goodness, have you had lots of floods there? I wish you well with the clear up, and I will be, once this uploads, after I will be sending out the recording. So if anyone has any questions or would like some coaching, you can raise your hand and I can bring you over. Or you can ask your question in the chat. Thank you, Dottie. Enlightening and so helpful. Thank you so much. So we have a raised hand. Yes. So I will. Now I realize, how do I bring you over? Just going to figure this out. So Sonia, I will bring you over just now. Oh, there you are. So if you want to put on your video, you can do. That would be really lovely. But there's no obligation to do that.
Hi, can you hear me, Emma?
I can hear you, Sonia. How are you?
I am good. It was interesting. I just actually got called. I mean, I just called to check the email, and then I just hop on the call. It just obviously, as you said, there's some guiding power.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I love your intuition of just following that, you know. Beautiful.
So, yeah, I actually also feel very drawn just to ask a question.
Yes.
My hobby will also benefit the others. So I have been feeling or receiving, well, let's say if I say receiving messages, it's probably a lot through reading or you know, words that come through. And I got the sense that enough work has been done, like, you know, healing, clearing, and this is really now the time just to allow the integrating and a little bit time to a lot of time to just enjoy and be.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I seem to be guided to to join calls such as with you. Actually, I just be honest that, at this moment, I think I have three, like including you, I have three opportunity, like coaching opportunities or community, program to to um to consider. But at the same time, I just feel I feel like there's confusing things are happening. Like on one hand, I just need to relax and listen and just enjoy. But on the other hand, I also feel like I am called to work with someone. But I also feel like, yeah, but I just need to relax and just not do any more work. So I don't know if does that make sense. I just wanted to have some clarity on that.
I love that. Thank you so much. And there are three things calling to you, and you hear this, just relax. And when it's like that, what would you like to have happen now?
Actually, I just really wanted to just, get up every day and not, well, do certain obligation work that I need to do, but then the rest of the time I just want to relax and read and just maybe go for a walk or just really not to worry about what work I need to do to myself or with myself anymore for a while, because I just feel tired that I constantly have to meditate just because I wanted to get guidance, and I constantly wanted to work with someone because I wanted to know what's the next step or what I can do better. And I just wanted to relax and breathe.
And when you relax and breathe and go for a walk, then what happens?
And I just wanted to remember that everything is fine at this moment, and I can just enjoy looking at the trees or just the cars, the buildings, people on the streets. It's okay just to be human and enjoy very mundane but precious moments.
Yes, you can just enjoy these mundane, precious moments. Absolutely.
Yeah, but the idea of I just feel like I need to work with someone or join some community just to keep working, and that somehow brings also the pressure of, I don't know, the finance or the work that I need to keep doing. So I don't know how we interpret, or how do we accept the messages or the knowing, and how do we know the knowing is from the head or from the heart?
Yeah. What I would say, thank you so much for sharing that, Sonia. And what I would suggest is when I send the recording out, if you go through the meditation, I don't think were you here for the meditation?
Yes, I was.
You were. So even go through that again, and I know you know, and your soul knows, and where you're being called to walk and relax and appreciate the beauty of the trees and nature, go with that, and that's what will guide you. And if you want to speak, I'm so happy to speak with you again and on a discovery call.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know where to find me.
Yes, I do. think, I know we are running out of time, but just a question
Yeah,
that
more.
that I know that you are offering your very precious time and energy to speak with us or people who wanted to explore. But I always have a sense of guilt that if I use your time, I book a call, and then I end up not working with you. And it just makes me feel so bad that I don't want to even, I sort of like stopping myself from making that call because I don't know if I will make your time well spent.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful and heartfelt. And just know that we're all in this together, which is why I call this a global gathering, that we're all
Yeah.
in this together. And that's why I offer the free call, because yes, it's all of our time. It's your time as well. And I
Mm.
offer it so we can connect. And if it's not now, it's connecting to connect. And if you want coaching, to join me for coaching, that's wonderful.
Mm.
And if that's not the case, we've still connected. And that's the way I view it. There
Mm.
really is no pressure, because there's enough pressure out there from external forces, and we
Yeah.
don't want to do that to ourselves.
Mm.
So yeah, just know that it's a no strings attached offer. Of course, I'd love to work with you and help you, and at
Mm.
the same time, it's no strings attached, for sure.
Mm. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Is that a good place to leave it for now?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and it's so lovely to speak with you again.
Mm.
And now I will see how we can go back. Oh no, that's not it. Now I'll see. Oh, there. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone else have a final question? I'm just doing a time check in our final 3 minutes. Anyone else want to raise their hand? Ask a question? No, I think that is it. Let me check the chat one last time. That is it. Well, to all of you here, thank you so much for joining us here from all around the world. And yeah, it's been a real pleasure. And if you do wish to join me for coaching, again, what I was saying to Sonia, no pressure, no strings attached at all, but you can complete that discovery form. And for those people that I've just popped it in the chat again, just in case, thank you everyone. And for people that are watching the recording as well, I will put the link to the discovery calls in the YouTube clip description. It has been my utmost pleasure. It has been 4 seasons while we've been on this call as well. There's now Hayley rain outside. So thank you to the energies of this year, Imbolc, Brigid, to all of you beautiful people. I love how we can feel connected in this way. So it's over and out. I'm loving all the thank yous coming through as well. Beautiful. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Dottie, Helly, Bo. So lovely. And let's do this again soon. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your days, evenings, mornings, and nights, wherever you are. Thank you so much.